welcome back to my channel, everybody. So today we're going to talk about this box that I have right next to me. It seems that for me, whenever I am reselling or going to different picks, I always seem to zone in on one particular item or items, and then for months afterwards I continue to find those same exact things over and over and over, which is fabulous. I'm not complaining, I'm just telling you what is happening here. So if you guys remember, a couple of weeks ago I posted a video about a it was like a 1968 Beatles memorabilia scrapbook that I had found. Well, guess what? Found another one. Only this time it's all of this, and it is packed full of Beatles stuff. Okay, so here is just a snapshot of the Beatles collection that we picked up. Now, this Beatles collection is going to a friend of ours who is a private collector in New Mexico, and boy, is he gonna have fun going through all of this. And of course, as you guys know, that box right there is plumb full of Beatles memorabilia. All right, so we're gonna dive into going through all of this and see what we got. Let me just say, you wanna make sure that you keep your eyes and ears open. There are people who are always wanting to downsize or wanting to clean out their storage buildings. Maybe they have just so much memorabilia stuff or stuff that they've collected over the years that they're just wanting to make more room. Be on the lookout for those type situations. That is where we were able to find these, and I'm so happy that we were there, and let's jump right on into it. All right, starting off, we're going to have these little, I guess they're like bulletins, or, you know, they have sheet music and stuff inside of them. They're pretty cool. She has several of them, and you can see where she would like cut certain ones out and then save others. But it's pretty interesting and pretty cool to find, you know, them and they're still intact. I thought it was pretty neat. And there's all the music, all the lyrics. And just so much. I mean, I guess I just never realized that there was this much Beatles everything. I mean, it's so much. Now we're going to get into some of the pictures and stuff that she has. Now, I couldn't place this guy. If you know who this is, please, please, please put it in the comments, because I do not know who that is. And then, of course, we have the Beatles. This is a photograph. It's glossy. Many of these, like, teeny bopper magazines. And again, like I was saying, she would get them and she would cut them out. But all of these have so many stories and articles and pictures. I think that's upside down, but you guys get the point. And you would find these all in here of just little, you know, little clips and stuff that she has cut out. These, I guess, are other fan boys that she really liked. But this lady, she was extremely loyal to the Beatles. Joe Tex, Woman's Hands. And some of these that she has cut out is really crazy because, I mean, I've seen a lot of Beatles pictures, and some of the ones she has are stuff I've never seen before. And then on some of them, not all of them, okay? So on that side, of course, there you got John Lennon. But on this side, she has, you know, where she's rated on, like, he's okay, he's cute, tough, sharp note. So it's pretty interesting. Just, I don't know who this lady was, but she must have had a sense of humor, because I sure have enjoyed going through the items that she has cut out. Now these, I believe, was like from a magazine. You'd buy the magazine and you'd get a poster. And the time period of all of this, of most everything, I won't say all, but most of it is 1968. The Beatles Magical Mystery Tour. And there's just tons and tons and tons of cutouts and information. Hi, Davy Jones. Sonny and Cher. Herman's Hermits. I like them. I like their music. If you haven't checked out their music, you need to check out their music. They have some pretty good tunes. And then some of the like artwork and stuff that's in these magazines is really cool. And in a lot of these, like I'll get into it in a minute, she's gone and cut them out to use them in the scrapbook, which is pretty cool. Okay, and then here we just have more and more magazines. I'm not going to go through all of them. But I will just point out, you know, some of the cooler stuff that's in them. Okay, and then while I'm making this video, I can't tell what's up and down. So if I'm twisting it the wrong way, oops, sorry. I guess that this was like their Tiger Beat back in the day. You can see, I mean, it's just non-stop. It's just non-stop. There is so much to look at. And I mean, she collected all of them. I want to say, I was telling my husband, I think that Paul was her favorite, because there is just so much Paul in here. I mean, the rest of them too, but especially Paul. Ringo. And the psychedelics. Wow. Haley Mills. And then of course this one is a complete magazine. And it just has all kinds of crazy stuff. There was an ad in one of them, and I told my husband, I said, this is just crazy. Oh, here it is. Told him, I said, wouldn't you love for me just to feed you some grapes and to look that pretty in the morning? And again, another one. He's even got some monkeys in here too. This is one that she's, of course, ripped up. Ah, look at that, Donny Osmond. See, multiples. Multiples. And more. This has so much, guys. There is so much here. I mean, I'm not gonna spend 2 hours going through the whole thing, but I did want to make sure that I showed you. So I'm guessing this little had all these posters and she just wanted all of them. She wanted to collect them all. And these, of course, has all of this. I mean, it's just cram-packed. I'll pull out a couple. I'm not gonna pull out all of them because honestly, I don't know how I'm gonna get them back in here if I do. These are the size of maybe like a Time magazine. But they're super old, and I mean, and to have just been kept how they've been kept, I would say that they're in a really, really good condition. But as you can see, there's so many. This, of course, she had written pictures for Scrapbook Beatles. And Herman and the Hermits. And of course, more newspapers, and everything in here is Beatles. It doesn't matter what you pull out, everything in here is going to be related to the Beatles. Soul magazines. It's just nuts. Again, this is that Dave Clark. Yeah, the Dave Clark 5. Doesn't that guy look like that Seth guy off of SNL? Alright. And then, of course, drawings. Ringo. Jimi Hendrix. And I mean, guys, look at this. We haven't even gone through half the box. There's so much in here. So I'm gonna speed it up a little bit. So the rest of these that are the magazines, of course, more Beatles. And that's the Rolling Stones. Very cool. And of course we have Janis Joplin and Grace. Oh, what was her? Grace. Oh, my mind just went blank. But anyway, of course, Beatles on the back. I think this one is super cool. And of course you have Jim Morrison on the back from the Doors. And just reading up here, I was able to kind of pinpoint when all, this particular magazine, because it says that this is a 3-piece article. The first article came out in 1967, and this is the last of the article. So, and this is the 3rd piece, so I am guessing that it's 1968. Really cool picture. And this one too almost has a picture feel to it. And of course, more cutouts of the Beatles. There's so much. There's just so much. Oh yeah, this isn't even half of it. I found that in this collection there were several envelopes that were full of cutouts that this lady, whoever she was, that she had already started cutting for her scrapbooks. And so I'm so glad that she did keep them in envelopes, because some of them are teeny tiny. Now, I'm just kind of pulling out and showing you a little bit of them. There are so many that there's just no way that I could have gone through every single little piece. Now, these were cutouts from magazines, and I guess they were kind of like, the only thing that I can, in my head go, okay, well, similar to would be like the Teen Beat magazines or Tiger Beat. And they were full of these pictures and articles, and she would buy multiple of these and then rip them apart so that she would have enough for her scrapbooks. And there is literally, I want to say, thousands and thousands of articles and cutouts that she went through. Now that I thought was pretty cool. I had not seen that picture before, so that's why I paused right there. I was really taking a look at it. And of course, the Rolling Stones. Now, several of those little heartthrobs there I had never seen before, so it was quite educational going through all of this. And of course, right there inside that is just tons of, like I was telling you, just little tiny pieces of scrapbook. Now, like I was saying earlier in the video, this lady really cracked me up. So I guess that's when Paul McCartney got married. She scribbled out her face and wrote pig. And she actually did it on a couple of other pieces. I was trying to find those, but like I said, there's just thousands and thousands and thousands of them. It was really almost overwhelming to even try and organize this, to try and get it ready to ship it out. Like I was saying, it was purchased by a friend of ours who is a collector, and he's happy, we're happy, and I just cannot believe that someone, and I guess I just, it's the Beatles, so I get it. I mean, like Elvis, people, would get obsessed with these people. But the amount of time that it took to cut out each and every one of these pictures. I mean, even that, look, she like literally cut Paul McCartney out. It's just mind blowing. There it is. There it is. That's the other one where she scribbled her out. So funny. Just cracked me up. All right, so I'm going to let you guys continue watching the deboxing of this Beatles memorabilia. Now, somewhere in all of this mess, there's that picture of Paul on the diving board. There's a article about him talking about how he doesn't swim in the ocean because he doesn't want to be battered by the waves. He would prefer swimming in a pool. Now, later on in all of this, while I was researching, I actually found an article that talks about him almost drowning. Now, was it, them just talking about it? Did it really happen? I don't know. But it is in a newspaper clipping that is in all of this stuff. All right, I'll let you get back to it. One of the more interesting things about going through old newspapers is just reading about their war scares and different things that they were experiencing at that time. And if you don't know, going back and reading some history really is very, very intriguing. And we have finally reached the end, guys. This is the very end. If you have made it this far, thank you for joining me. And as always, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.